Let me tell you about ProHealthConnect.com. It's transforming healthcare payments, providing retailers a seamless process for over-the-counter and healthy benefit programs. By connecting retailers, health plans, and payment processors, ProHealth Connect creates one powerful, unified network. They empower independent grocers and pharmacies to accept health benefit cards without changing how they do business. With over 10,000 locations nationwide, helping more than 1.3 million people access the care and nutrition they need. Go to ProHealthConnect.com.
The Rush Hour with James Golden. Entertaining and informative.
On the Red Apple Podcast Network.
Congressman Ro Khanna campaigned with Plattner over the weekend, even after those allegations of violence came to light. When he was pressed on his support for Plattner, this is what he said.
You said there was no evidence of violence. In your view, there's nothing credible at this point?
My view is that even according to the New York Times piece, they said there was no harm, no injury. There was toxicity, and there was verbal intimidation, which I condemn. But Graham has made it clear that there was no evidence of violence. That, to me, is a red line.
Ro Khanna runs around this country trying to fight for Epstein victims, but the moment a woman comes forward and accuses a candidate that he is supporting of abuse, he goes silent and does not stand up. They are doing it for naked partisan political reasons, and it's absolutely disgusting. Women deserve to be heard. Victims do. Democrats don't care.
And when have they ever? Welcome, my friends, to the Monday edition of Boast and Early's Rush Hour, the fastest hour in American media. A lot to do today. I was just checking in with Carlos. Many of you that listen to Dominic heard the Meet the Press segment where he walked off with Kirsten Walkers with Dominic. And so I'm not going to play that right away. There are some other things that I want to get to today. A lot going on. Scott Pelley did an interview with the New York Times. I might hold that for Princess Diana because we haven't talked about the whole 60 Minutes. It was the interview was interesting. How shall we say? An entitlement. Carlos has a haircut today. We asked him, is he in preparation? Is this preparation? Carlos, this preparation for you hanging out with the Knicks fans tonight in Madison Square Garden to welcome President Trump?
What do you mean in Madison Square Garden? I'm not going in there. I don't have money to go in there.
Come on, man. They lowered the price.
That's true. That's true. Now, I mean, it was $12K and now it's like $6K. So I'm like, oh, yeah. Oof. That was a close one.
So you're not going to spend the $6,000 to sit up at the very, very top of the...
I'm not gonna no, because then, no. I prefer.
How about the watch party? How about the watch party that's going to happen outside Madison Square Garden? Oh, wait a minute. That's right. Security.
Or should I go all the way to Bryant Park and with all the people there? I don't know. No, I'm going.
So that's where the other big watch party is going to be, at Bryant Park. I hope there's a good police presence there. I've been to Bryant Park. Also. Yeah. You know what happened yesterday down in Pennsylvania Station?
Yes. I heard about it.
Gee, did you hear what happened yesterday at Pennsylvania Station right below Madison Square Garden?
No.
There was a mass stabbing. Somebody must have thought they were in the UK. Oh, did I say that? I'm sorry. It was a mass stabbing. A lot of people hurt, injured. It was terrible. I believe 6 people. And so now security fears really have heightened up. Stephen A. Smith, ESPN, still complaining that Trump should not go to the game tonight. You know who else is supposed to be there? Who? Tell him, Carlos.
The mayor?
Yeah.
Oh.
Now, why is the socialist...
that his friend also was going to be there, Mr. Piker, but he's not going now.
You're kidding me. There are rumors that Hassan Piker was going to go to the Knicks game?
Yes. But he canceled for Game 4.
Wow. That's stunning. You know what else is stunning? And you better get ready for this. Just keep this in the back of your mind, Carlos, as you travel back and forth into New York City. Apparently... Tom Homan is signaling that the Trump administration is making plans right now for a dramatic escalation of immigration enforcement. In other words, a NICE surge. So that NICE, the national, I like that name for them instead of ICE, the National Immigration and Customs Enforcement, NICE, is going to have a surge in New York. And that warning comes after Socialist Mayor Zoran Mamdani once again is saying that ICE needs to be abolished. And Tom Homan is saying that he's going to keep his promise to Governor Hochul to make sure that he sends in a healthy contingent of ICE agents to New York to do enforcement. New Jersey, cut one, please. Right across the Hudson River from Nueva York, New Jersey. And this was happening. How many weeks, my friends? It is still going on. The police and the state troopers showed up, had it contained. Then Ras Baraka, the mayor of Planet Newark, and the governor there, Mikey Sherrill, decided, well, I guess we don't need the police. Chaos is back. The scenes from this weekend were terrible. There was some arrests. You had protesters still standing in front of moving vehicles. In fact, the days are now blending in. I think it may have been last week that a so-called journalist, don't know the story in that whether it's a real journalist or one of these pretend journalists, was approaching a moving vehicle that the other rioters were trying to stop. The car ended up speeding off, and the journalist ended on the ground, apparently with some sort of injuries. And then the journalist was begging on social media for anyone that had pictures of the incident from the ground perspective to please send. But it is still a mess out in New Jersey. In fact, we have a report from a social media person. Runs almost 2 minutes, looking to see whether we have time. And we do. Her name isn't given, but she describes herself pretty accurately, a little deep into this. So, cut 4. This is from the perspective of one of the protesters out there, or rioters, if you will. Not clear whether she's rioting.
Concentration camp in Newark, New Jersey.
The concentration
where there are
camp,
a bunch of protesters in support and solidarity with the hunger strikers inside, who are trying to get medically vulnerable people evacuated from this facility because people are being tortured, neglected. There's not enough sanitization in here. The elected officials who have been finally able to tour the facility have said the conditions are just deplorable. So the hunger strikers are striking for some amount of dignity and to meet the governor to see their demands. Now, Newark police have pulled back, and they're kind of like far down the street. So GEO Group, the private company that makes tons of money off of housing immigrants in these detention facilities without proper nutrition, without proper sanitization. GEO Group is now responsible for its own security. So they have come out today and beat up a few protesters. They have pepper sprayed a few people. They ran over a guy's foot.
Later that night, GEO Group stopped doing its own security when apparently protesters were too successful at stopping GEO Group and ICE employees from entering the facility, and the Newark police came to help.
It feels like the Newark police are interfering. But don't let that scare you from coming out. I myself, as a for example, did not get involved in that, but I brought a lot of water and clementines, which people did appreciate a lot. So if you can come out, show support, bring supplies. They need water, saline solution, snacks, purified water for the tear gas. If you have extra goggles, that would be sick, like big goggles. But anything you can bring to help out would be great, and just to show support.
Okay, there you go. Not enough of this. She described herself, by the way, as a P word. She's too much of a P word, and we bleeped it out. It's not one of the 7 words. We could have left it in. But the point is, I mean, did you hear this whole business? It's a concentration camp. They're torturing people in there. The elected officials that have gone in said there's no, as she calls it, sanitization. First of all, there have been other elected officials that have gone in and said the place is very well run, the food is good, no one's being mistreated, and so who are you going to believe? People that have an agenda to close it, or the people that say we went in and we didn't see any of these things that they're talking about?